Members of the Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party and Numsa are demonstrating outside the US Consulate in Johannesburg. They're demonstrating against what they say is an attempted coup in Venezuela by the US and its allies. eNCA's Malungelo Booi is there and joins us now. Malungelo, firstly, can you just tell us who is in attendance and why is this demonstration of significance?
Hi there, Tabang. You're quite right. We're actually outside the US Consulate here in Sandton, where members of the Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party and Numsa are currently demonstrating. Well, they're demonstrating saying that they are in solidarity with the people of Venezuela, and also are saying that they're protesting against what they call is an attempted coup in Venezuela by the US government and its allies. Why they're saying that, Tabang, let me explain it to you. They're saying that the US and several other countries recognize Juan Guaido as the interim president that's against President Nicolas Maduro. Maduro, interestingly enough, says Guaido is the puppet of the US. Well, Tabang, in Venezuela, we have seen this political crisis plunging that country into a economic turmoil where schools, businesses and hospitals could not operate. And also we have seen that country experiencing protracted power outages. Well, let's speak to Christine Olivier from Numsa about their protest and what they're also trying to achieve by this. Christine, thank you so much for joining me. What are you hoping to achieve by this protest?
We are gathered here today. As you know, today is an international day of solidarity with the people of Venezuela. So today we decided to come and protest in front of the US Consulate because of the interference of the US government in Venezuela. We also have a few demands for the US, and one of the demands is to say to the US to stop the economic blockade and to stay out of the business of a country who has a president that has been elected by the people of Venezuela. I think to stop the attacks on the people of Venezuela. As you know, there have been several attempts from the US to get into Venezuela and to destabilize the country.
I mean, so all in all, you're saying that the US is favoring Guaido, and
yeah, that is what we say, and we know that he is working with the US government. As you know, Guaido went to a demonstration, and that's where he decided that he will be the interim president. There were no formal processes in terms of him becoming the interim president of the country. So from where we sit, we support the president who has been elected by the people of Venezuela, and it's only the people of Venezuela who can take out Maduro.
Are you then saying that the people of Venezuela must be allowed to solve their own problems?
Yeah, that's what we're saying, because they are the only ones who can solve their own problems. The US must back off. They've got their own problems. I think Trump and his cronies must deal with their own problems in their own countries and allow the people of Venezuela to decide what they want and who they want to lead them.
But Maduro himself and his government has been plagued by corruption. And in fact, in 2014 and 2017, we saw widespread protests in that country against him and his corruption in that country.
Yeah, that's what he said. But remember, recently he was elected as the president of the country again. And I just want to say no country is perfect. Any country have the challenges, but allow the people of that country to solve their own problems. Don't come and interfere. Why doesn't Trump go and interfere in a country like Swaziland where the people are oppressed? The reason why he's not going there, because there are no oil reserves in Swaziland, there's Zimbabwe, there are many countries that have problems. Why specifically Venezuela? Because Venezuela has got natural resources. It's one of the countries with big water resources. So I think the United States are not honest in terms of wanting to help the people of Venezuela.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Christine Olivier, she speaks for Numsa. One of the things, Thabang, that, you see, one of the images that I saw about the people of Venezuela were people actually even battling to access clean water, where people were going to polluted rivers to access water. It just shows you the extent of the crisis in that particular country. Whereas, and what we're currently seeing here, they're getting support really from these South Africans, saying that the Venezuelan people must be left alone to deal with their own problems and find a solution themselves.
Thank you so much for that update. That was our reporter, Malungelo Booi.